Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble respects. I am going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 21st chapter, 5th sloka. In the explanation, purport, Srila Prabhupada discusses how in modern science-based society we don't have peace, and how the morals of the products of the modern education system are falling down. We take a kid, very well intentioned, having good sense of morals, and the morals of the kids whom we get as output are falling. And Srila Prabhupada does a wonderful job of analyzing why the society is not at peace and why morals are falling everywhere. The sloka in Sanskrit is 11th canto, 21st chapter, 5th sloka, and you can check it out online. Ideally, you should consider getting the books, because the books are gold. We don't really know whether the books will stand the test of time or not. For example, in Delhi, people used to burn Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic scriptures a few hundred years ago. It's very important that these books are preserved. In that sense, I request you to kindly buy these books at krishna.com online and store it in your home, so that the books are there in a large number of places and we can preserve them for our future. Bhumi Amba Agni Anila Kasa Bhutanam Panchadhatavaha Abrahmastavaradhinam Sarira Atma Samyuta. Earth, water, fire, air and ether are 5 basic elements that constitute the bodies of all conditioned souls, from Lord Brahma himself down to the non-moving creatures. These elements all emanate from one personality of Godhead. Firstly, it's interesting here that Lord Brahma is also mentioned. So, Lord Brahma is a very powerful person. He created the universe, but his body is also material. And in particular, Lord Brahma and Lord Maheshwara, that is Lord Shiva, and Lord Krishna are different. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All material bodies are composed of different proportions of the same 5 gross elements, which emanate from the one personality of Godhead and cover the living entities who are all in the Jiva category. The concepts of good and bad depend on the choice of God and not on inherent qualitative differences in material objects. A Krishna conscious person ultimately sees all material phenomena as one. A devotee's good behavior, intelligent discrimination, and artistic sense within the material world are based on the will of God, Krishna. The material elements, being emanations from the Supreme Lord, are ultimately non-different. However, advocates of mundane piety fear that if material duality of good and bad is minimized, people will become immoral and anarchistic. Certainly, the impersonal and atheistic philosophy preached by modern scientists, in which material variety is reduced to mere mathematical descriptions of molecular and atomic particles, leads to an immoral society. Although both material science and Vedic knowledge uncover the illusion of material variety and reveal the ultimate oneness of all material energy, only devotees of Lord Krishna are surrendered to the supreme absolute piety of God's will. Thus, they act for the benefit of all living entities, accepting material variety in the Lord's service according to God's desire. When Srila Prabhupada says material entities here, he is referring to all plants, all animals, and all human beings. Without Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, people cannot understand the absolute position of spiritual goodness. Instead, they artificially try to construct a civilization based on interdependent self-interest on the material platform. Such a foolish arrangement easily collapses, as evidenced by the widespread social conflict and chaos in the modern age. All members of a civilized society must accept the absolute authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then social peace and harmony will not rest on the flimsy relative platform of mundane piety and sin. You see, we are very, very advanced. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have fast trains, we have fast planes, uh, cell phones, a lot of technology. We don't have discipline. Our modern society is running on 5 illusions. Money is happiness. More nuclear weapons means more security. Technology is a substitute for our lack of discipline. Earth is an unlimited dumping ground for our waste, and Earth will provide unlimited resources for us to exploit. In America, India, China, and all countries, we have made very, very complex arrangements to satisfy our senses and to be happy, but in reality, we are not really happy. People are just fighting like cats and dogs on rather insignificant issues. Modern science is nice. I have a PhD from Princeton University in science. The trouble with modern science is the atheistic philosophy underneath it. Whole life is reduced to whole life, and everything is reduced to a bunch of molecules and mathematical models, but these molecules and mathematical models don't satisfy man's quest for eternal meaning and eternal happiness. This is best articulated by the biggest scientist of recent times, Dr. Professor Stephen Hawking. He attacks science, he attacked God and religion and all that thing. It's fine. He did very nice work, scientific work, but when he was struck with a very difficult disease, the thing which he asked was, why me? Why was I chosen for this very bad disease? You see, in the name of science, for example, Japan, they kill whales in the name of scientific exploration. We're doing so much bad, to so much unnecessary harm to so many innocent animals in the name of science and the name of intellectual exploration, and in the name of science we are becoming blind to the inhumanness which we are meting out to plants and animals. We are failing to recognize that the energy of all plants, all humans, and all animals is interlinked. This is the problem with science. We are not appreciating the pain of all animals and all plants and all human beings. Humans can be happy only if all the plants are happy and only if all the animals are happy. And in America, we are killing 10 billion animals a year. So the animals are definitely not happy, and it's a question of time before this will create a widespread disturbance in the human society. Practically, we see that Russia, China, and Japan are fighting on small things. India, Pakistan, everybody too. Everybody is pointing nuclear weapons at each other, and there have been situations where in the past people thought there was a nuclear attack, but it is not a nuclear attack, and some human person has said, okay, this is not a war. But today all the countries are trigger happy and they have automated their missile defense systems and all those things. If somebody presses the wrong button, we can be in trouble. Let's all become good devotees of God and spread God consciousness. Please invest in yourself. Please read Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the best book in the world. It is a world-changing book. It is a book which will save civilizations. How many books do you know of which will change civilizations? Thank you. Hare Krishna. Please do 10 minutes yoga, meditation, find the happiness in your soul. Read Bhagavad Gita 10 minutes a day. Thank you. Hare Krishna.